Well, hello everyone, I am Fracture, and this is Let's Play Two Worlds 2 on the PC. As promised, we'll be heading over to the tower. One thing I should mention before we get started is Dervik1 posted on my channel that bizarre damage type is spectral. So now we know. And looking at my bow, I think rather than restricting to a single damage type, if it will let me, and I'm not sure it will, I might take this damage crystal out and go for a lesser damage crystal. It looks like, right, I think we discussed this in the past, only one type of damage. Okay, fair enough. So what we're going to do is, we're getting to the point in the game where I have to pay attention to resistances of the mobs I'm hitting. So I had to do this a lot with the mage. If you're firing spells of the wrong type, you're doing almost no damage. So you get into this habit of, before a battle, pausing the game. Actually, after taking the first shot at the mob, it tells you which stuff he's resistant to. You take a look at that and you change your spells accordingly. I think I'm going to have to start doing that with my bow. Coming in here and switching out gems. We don't have the greatest selection of gems. Actually, we have a pretty pathetic selection of gems. But if we have to, we could add some spectral damage to our bow. Or some, I don't know what they call it, necro damage, death damage. So we've got a little bit to play with if our bow isn't doing the sort of damage that we want it to. And I know from playing my mage, I have a world of hurt coming up, so I'm not sure how well I'm going to do. The other option, of course, is to buy several bows, and given that I have almost 50,000 gold, that's another option. One of the things I haven't really shown you in this game is it's got a great inventory swapper. That's what these three buttons are for. If I choose button 2, actually it doesn't show that. There we go. So if you choose an empty one, he takes off everything basically, and then you can set up absolutely everything you want. Different rings, different armor, different weapons, and all you have to do is come in here and a quick click and he's changed everything. So that's really handy. Particularly, again, I learned that with my mage because it's handy to change your robe and the type of staff you're holding and everything, and it lets you change the entire outfit, which is great. So that's well thought out. Where were we? Let's take a look at our list of things to do, and really it boils down to one. I'm probably just not going to bother with some of these quests. Really no need. And so far, you really don't get trapped somewhere, so you can always come back and finish these off if you ever should want to. And let's go find our way to the tower. The easiest way is walking along here and working our way through some cracks and crevices and get over here. So let's try and do that. And the closest we can get is about here. And then if I can figure out precisely where we want to head, I'm pretty sure it's over here, and then we just make a quick right. Now I'm just going by memory, which is never a good thing for me. But I'm pretty sure we follow this path to the end, and then from there, where we're supposed to head becomes pretty obvious. Are these bad guys? They don't appear to be. And let's check if we completely... Nope, we're heading in the right direction. And since there's a vendor here that's vending nothing of interest.
Don't get left with last year's wares.
Meat.
Exotic
veggies.
Recovered from the revolutionary design.
You'd think they'd get sick of each other and start fighting, yelling like that. You'll have to excuse me. I let my caffeine level drop and I got a bit of a headache, so you're going to hear me drinking coffee like crazy through this one. Good coffee too. Lucked out. Sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes it tastes like crap and you prepare it exactly the same way every time.
This mine is off limits by order of the Emperor himself.
Right, in I go then. I think. No. No, I must have got turned around. I don't recall coming through this way clearly. Let's take a look at the map. As I said, I did this with my mage and I don't remember getting stuck anywhere. I'm pretty sure I didn't come all the way around here. Maybe there's a way through. Sure doesn't look like it, does it? This is promising up through here. Alright, well let's try that. Go to Bayon and just head... Well, that looks pretty solid. This looks promising. There's little specks there that could indicate a way through there. Let's do that. I just remember not having a great deal of difficulty with my mage getting in there.
There always seems to be a few more of you to get. Stay down.
And one of the other things that we may end up doing, finally, if the quests I'm coming up to are a little bit too much for me, is maybe pumping a bunch of stuff into multi-arrow. I found it not too helpful because of the spread, but if there's a mob right up close to you, that's increasing your damage considerably if you have multi-arrow, because you're going to hit him like 8 times. I'm kind of hoping the pushback increases too, but that's probably too much to hope for. And as somebody had said, I mentioned in a previous video, maybe combining multi-arrow and fire arrow. It might come to that. I really dislike the way they handle these, but I suppose my biggest gripe with these is they're very difficult to aim, and I'm just not the Twitch kind of player, so that I don't find much use in these. And this distraction arrow, unless you seem to place it perfectly, I don't know, I couldn't get it to do much distracting, so that annoyed me and I never bothered. But yeah, whoever it was that commented might be right. It may be coming to the time to put 4 points in this and 4 points in this, and then you do a multi-arrow fire blast thing. Might be quite effective. Anyway, we've got the skill points to play with it if we need to. And just since I don't remember from playing my mage, I just come in here and check a few things. Okay, onward. Okay, yeah, this looks promising. You see on the map, this is solid, but there's a way through, so I'm hoping the other side of this is like that as well. Or are we already there? I think we are.
Warned you. That's rich.
Lucky bastard.
Warned you.
Oh, that's why he's not looting. There's a another inattentive guy sitting by the fire. Bye bye.
Hey.
And master? Ah, surprise. And actually, just for interest, I'd mentioned in one of the previous videos too, I thought that maybe I was getting a lot of master locks because I am now a master lockpick. Doesn't seem to be the case. It was just lucky timing. As I played my mage, I didn't really level up my lockpick skill that much. And when I hit approximately the same area, all the locks switched to master locks, so it's just by location. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the mage in me again. These are helpful for a mage. It blocks the use of a bow, but it gives you another place to put gems and stuff on a mage. Unfortunately, when you equip a robe on a mage, let's see, it unequips its pants and it's pants and leggings. Its leggings and armor is one piece of armor, so they give you this to compensate for that. Okay. I hope you don't mind me rambling so much about the mage. As I said, I might post one video of me playing the mage. Probably once this guy... My mage hasn't got much further than this guy, so once this guy overtakes my mage again, by about 30 minutes of gameplay, what I'll probably do is go back, play the mage for 30 minutes at the same level so you can compare the playstyle differences and whatnot. I don't think that'll affect the Let's Play too much. Hello?
Not now.
Mind if I come in? Apparently you do.
Stay down.
Yeah. Well, I could have done that better.
Warned you.
Okay. Why can you hit me, but I can't? There we go. Because you know how to aim and I don't, basically. Seem to remember there was quite a few. Kind of the reason I stopped playing my mage when I did is I didn't want this kind of foreshadowing. Like, I know what's going to happen here, so it's kind of affecting my Let's Play, so I decided to stop with the mage.
Good.
So, but that effect is going to end soon, as I said. My mage didn't get much further than this.
Stay down.
Now, I thought I heard a guy behind me. No, maybe it was getting a skill point sound effect. Seems kind of strange. Alright, well, there is a Varn over there. Might have been that guy. No, he's just sitting there. I doubt that's who I heard.
Stay down.
Nothing of great interest, although that's slightly better. Not by much, but I think this has been upgraded quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. Those star things, I wish I knew what those stars meant. Anybody know what the star means? I know what the little thing that looks like a jug is. It's supposed to be one of those weights they use on a balance. So that's just telling you it's weight 3. But I don't know how the stars... the maximum number of... No, we did that. The gem stars are really low, so that wouldn't make sense. Because it'd be pretty hard to get to 20. You know, look at that. There's 7. I suppose you could put like... Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It doesn't seem like a very considerable limiting factor. I'll leave what I have. Decisions. Well, yeah, I'll leave it till later. I just won't destroy that armor. I think I will upgrade to it. It seems quite annoying that you put all this effort into upgrading the armor, and just as it starts getting good, you find more armor you want to upgrade. Oh well. Such is the life of an RPG, I guess. There it is. Another one of those hats that gives me chainmail, I think. How much chainmail do I have? Just the one. Let's see if I was right. No, I wasn't right. Yeah, okay. One of the interests... Oh, that's a new one. Increases maximum load by 30. Mages love those. I might find a spot for that. Yeah, I'll put it in my hat. Fill my hat with helium so it lifts my head up and I can carry more. Not that I... Well, the more I can carry, the less I have to go shopping, I guess. There's another bow. It's just the bow. That one I found really has done me a lot of good service, hasn't it? I've had that since essentially the very beginning of the game. Can't remember. It's a pretty nice bow. I think it was the reward for a quest. One of the interesting aspects, again, of Mage, sorry, kind of harping on it, is upgrading the staves. That's what these gems are for. When you dismantle an air staff, you get an essence of air, if you're lucky. And you need multiple essences to upgrade the staves to the next level. So I think that's, well, I was going to say that's the only thing where you have to dismantle a particular thing to upgrade, but not really. If I want to upgrade metal armor, I have to dismantle stuff with metal in it. So I guess it makes sense. They aren't hampering mages unfairly, which is where I was kind of going. Okay, we have found the Forgotten Temple ruins, and if I remember, we found a portal fairly close by, didn't we? Yeah, there we go, Forgotten Temple ruins. So if we decide to leave, we don't have far to walk to get back to this portal. So, make your way to the Temple of Fangs.
Looks fun.
So, as you remember, they said we had to navigate some tunnels, and these are they.
This should be fun.
I think...
Warned you.
If that's a hint of things to come, might be worth switching over to a fire gem. Do we have... no, death... 10 damage fire? I don't know if it's worth it because this has got 56 damage. If I start having trouble.
Ha!
The mage through here was a piece of cake because of one of the spell types that I discovered. I had quite a bit of crowd control. Unfortunately, not so much with this character, so I might be in for a hefty challenge. See, this thing's unfortunately fairly immune to lightning. Not immune enough. Okay, I didn't do too badly. But you can see they come in clusters here, and this is where things are going to get ugly. Oh, gotta be careful of this. Rubble, rubble. Oop. Yikes.
Make you glad you met me.
Holy cow.
stay down.
I want to use whatever spell he was using. Oh, he's coming back. Stop walking sideways!
That's rich.
I think I'm going to have to find a Let's Play. Another one of somebody doing archery and see if they're better at that than I. One of the things you can do with the bow, and really the training course was at the very beginning, that's why you never saw it, but you have this skill. Let's see, it would be an archery skill, wouldn't it? This thing, Ranger Precision, Sniper Mode, and then mark 2 targets in Sniper Mode. It's really quite complicated, this thing. You draw your bow back, you zoom in, then you right click to mark targets, and you can mark as many as this will allow you. You can see it says allow you to mark 2 targets. Next level is 3. And right at the beginning of this I said I couldn't find much use to it. So you mark your targets, and then when you release the left mouse button, it fires 1 arrow per target. And I think I found that it was no better at targeting. It wasn't a homing feature. It basically targeted the spot when you release the arrow, and if they moved at all, your arrows would miss. So right there I started to kind of dislike archery. Luckily it seems the major flaw of archery in this hasn't really raised its ugly head too much. Occasionally you get a guy like that that's, oh, God forbid, he's walking, he's moving, and you can't hit him. But I think actually, let me go back. If we look at the map, I want to clear this room out, sort of clear as I go. It's more or less straightforward through here, but you can see there's a couple of little areas where you can go and explore. But if I don't go back here now, I'll forget. I don't remember if there's anything of value in here, but one way to find out. That's a tailor. It's going to take a couple of hits.
Let's get this over with.
Tailor mark. Oh boy. Yep. Flee, flee. Let's see if we can. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. N. Whew.
Warned you.
Okay, so yes, my mage came out of that battle without a scratch. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and I think it was all for naught. And this bouncing, geez, they just pile on the difficulties. And these don't knock back either. They pause.
That's rich.
But they don't suffer from knockback like a lot of the 2-footed creatures. So those are quite a challenge. Let me go into this. Well, let's see what we're doing for. So we've got lots of great healing potions. The healing potions are a little tricky. You have to pause between arrows, and I found out you can hit N to drink a healing potion. I don't know if it optimizes that, drinks the one closest to how much health you need or whatever, but it's a nice emergency. N for healing, and M for mana, which I don't use, of course, in this one. I also have 7 and 8 there, but in the heat of battle, it's easier to hit N. So, well, I guess it was experience, but I think this is going to get really ugly. In fact, I think this is going to be one of the first times in the Let's Play where I save partway through. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll do. You can see my mage there on the save screen. Nope, don't want to put it away. I was trying to take it out. There we are. Oh boy, another one. 4, 5 people to deal with. They're people at least, so maybe.
Let's get this over with. Warned you.
Yeah. Ouch. Bastard's walking.
Yeah.
Why won't these guys just stand still while I kill them? Oh, this one's smart. Look at this.
Good.
Not smart enough, but about as smart as I am. That's all I do.
Better be worth it.
Now this sizzling bacon sound, it's some kind of long duration spell. It's not doing much damage. As you can see, my health is pretty harmless. Sure sounds impressive. It might be as simple as making me more vulnerable to lightning damage or something like that. It might be a debuff. But once you've killed everything, it's certainly not causing you any harm. There you go. Hup, hup. Thank you. Another tailor. I hate these things. And the reason I'm not overdrawing on these guys, any more than just happens is when I click as fast as I can, is it's better to do what knockback I can. The knockback seems to stop them in their tracks for a quarter of a second. So if I fire fast, I can kind of keep them in one spot. Doesn't work if they come in pairs though. Then you just got to switch to the handy dandy archer technique of running like hell. Oh, I gotta get some coffee in me, hang on. Oh yeah, what's the time? Noon. It's voting day in Canada today. So I must get out and vote. Unfortunately, I'm in a province that is, for the God knows how long, unabashedly conservative, which I don't know, I loathe
Not
that.
now.
But, whatever you think, you know, that's your choice when you vote. If you decide to be stupid and vote conservative. I'm just kidding. Vote how you like. Just vote! This public service announcement brought to you by GetRidOfTheConservatives.com. I'm very liberally minded. I think people should be allowed to, within reason. I mean, you got to control people, of course, even myself included, but pretty much stay out of people's lives. You know, that's my opinion. What you know, and I'm all for things like in Canada. There's some small, almost joke parties. There's one called the Green Party that's all for the environment. There's the Pirate Party, which is a new one and is only in a few ridings. I can't vote for them, but they're pro-internet security, anti-DRM, so actually good ideas, but voting for them is pretty much a waste of your vote, really. I do like their concepts, but really, no point in voting for them. So, Pirate Party, Green Party, what's the other one? That's, oh, yeah, the other one's the Marijuana Party, which actually, yeah, their big thing, of course, is legalizing marijuana. But when you read their webpage, their other concepts are just the standard liberal concepts. You know, the environment's important, security's important, stay out of people's lives, that sort of thing. So, even the marijuana parties, you know, doesn't sound insane to vote for them. Again, you'd be losing your vote.
Bet you're glad you met me.
Which, in some cases, isn't a bad thing. I mean, if you vote for a party, you're still making a statement. Like, plenty of times in Canada, voting, all the options are just awful. So sometimes it's, I still think you got to vote every time. That's just my personal opinion. You have to get out and vote. So if that means in one election getting out and wasting your vote,
Bet you're glad you met me.
at least you voted. And I think that shouldn't even be an option. I think it should be a duty to vote. And right now, there's a lot of discussion about strategic voting in Canada. Because the incumbent parties, I think that's the right word, are pretty well entrenched. But you can actually do quite a lot voting strategically, and I don't fully understand it. Basically, you're trying to do the most damage possible with your vote, even if the end result isn't getting rid of the party you don't particularly like. Which I think is interesting. So it's one of the first elections where people seem actually interested in it, mainly because the party that's in right now is a piece of shit, and people are getting sick and tired of them. They're trying to turn Canada into... Holy... Oh no, it's alright. I thought I just wasn't damaging this guy. He's really fast, too. N! Oh boy. Yeah, look at this. These are gonna be fun. So, at least the knockback's really effective with these. That's a relief. I might be able to handle 2, maybe 3 of these at once. But hopefully, I wonder if switching gem crystals would make that much of a difference. He's immune-ish to lightning, water, and necro. But I have that spectral. And this guy seems to be... He's a statue that's been reanimated, so spectral might be effective. I might try that 241. If I get in... It's not hard, it's just slow. Anyway, I'm not going to continue the discussion. If you're Canadian, get out there and vote today. Well, actually, I'm going to be posting this in a couple of days, so I'll just say, if you're Canadian and you didn't vote, don't be an asshole. It's not that hard. Anyway. Well, yeah, let's try it. I don't want to end up getting 2 of these guys. What was it, 741 or something? I was... out. And... spectral. That's not much damage, but we'll see if it's enough to change the effect of... No! Holy cow. Very not. 207. Does the game stop? Yes. Okay. Let's go put my bow back the way it was. Which is... where is it? Where's my bow gone? There it is. Well, kill me for trying. No. There we are. Actually, wasn't making that much difference. This guy is just particularly... Maybe I was wrong when I thought I was hitting the other guy for 741. Yeah! Well, I'm sorry this is taking so long. But I seem to be staying alive. Oh, my mage was so much easier. It was... At this point, my mage basically was fire and water were the two main ones, but I was also very good at air, although I didn't use many air spells. So you can see these guys are immune to water, so I just switched to fire. And trap.
Save that for later.
And I think they were only taking 2, maybe 3 shots at this point. And my mana recharged insanely fast, so I was basically unlimited, really powerful fire and water shots. Oh boy. Just take a look at the map and see how we're doing, if we've missed anything. We kind of missed this area, but it really is nothing. I think it's basically a source of enemies to fight, particularly if I chose the highest level of difficulty. There'd probably be an endless source, but you come around this corner and it's a dead end. Same here. It actually isn't even this long, it ends right about here, so I don't know why the map goes on for so long, but oh, that was a dirty trick.
Let's get this over with.
See, I'm kind of lucky. He said he was resistant to lightning. And, yeah, you gotta be careful with these guys. Luckily, the ones that are gonna come to life on you, I know from playing my mage,
Hey.
they still show up as enemies on your map, thankfully. So you can get the first shot by shooting them while they kind of hide in plain sight there.
Bet you're glad you met me.
And, whoa, okay.
Stay down.
These things aren't that hard.
Stay down.
I love the way the arrows ricochet when you miss. Come on, buddy.
Ha!
Mummy's brain. One of them is kind of neat. Again, talking about my mage again, one of the things I found with, what is it, alchemy. There's a couple of neat effects I didn't realize you could have, and I don't see that I have the desired components yet. There's, you can walk on water. I don't think invisibility was alchemy. No, it was a spell. But yeah, there's an invisibility spell, and I kind of like the spell casting mechanic in the mage, I must admit. It's really quite difficult to learn, but it's very, very complex. You can do things like, basically you set up your spell and say that, okay, this particular spell is going to be a missile versus area effect versus, what's the other one? What's the other main? You can do traps. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, just a bug. The chain is looped, so it's going nuts. So you can do things like you can have a missile that when it hits its target does an area of effect fireball and or an area effect of a fireball spray, and when the fireballs hit stuff they turn into traps, and those traps, if somebody steps on them, spawn spiders or something like that. You can go absolutely nuts. You'd have to be insanely high level to do something like that, but it is possible. If I can get over being... Yeah, okay, let's just go in here just take a look. Oh, and here's me putting my bow away.
Me? Good. So, there is something, a lock to pick, but you
can see, there's no real point. That's it. Don't know what the deal is. Oh, there's a chain across there, so you gotta come around this way. It's not even locked. And I already have marksman skill. Ugh, just sneezed, and I feel another one just in the chamber ready to go. Hang on. Well, let's hope I'm out of ammo now. All right. I don't know how long we've been going, but I think what I'm going to have to do is stop here, because this is essentially, we're getting very close to the door. It looks kind of crowded back there, doesn't it? Once I get to the area where we're passing into the tower itself, I think I'll call the video at that point. I don't want it too insanely long. They take forever to post. Okay. So we got all sorts of stuff happening down here. Let's see if we can... these are those rock guys again, so they take forever. Holy cow. Barely chipping away at this guy. I wonder what's autosave. Alright. That one must have been based on time. Let's see. 193 versus... I'll get out of the way. That was irritating. Well, this makes for exciting video. All the darts fans in the audience are having a great time right now. 180!
Warned you.
Warned you with 700 arrows. I'm glad you don't have to buy arrows in this game. Of course, if I was carrying all those arrows I just fired, they would have weighed about 90 pounds. Oh, come on, hit the fucking guy. Sorry. Just getting... Finally. Here, boy.
Ha! That's rich.
Now, 2 more of these things. And this guy's never going to stop. So the only way we're going to get his attention is we're going to have to get close enough to actually have him. And I hope this other guy that's to my right isn't interested enough to attack as well. 241. Yeah, it's hardly worth it. I'll just go nuts here. Click, click, click. I need one of those mice with the auto-click feature. That's a dirty trick, hiding inside the column. Not doing you much good.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm glad those things aren't mages. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh good, he's just one of these guys. Oh yeah. You end up to your eyeballs in weighted lances, so I'm not going to bother.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Not another one of them. Okay, we're gonna overdraw for no other reason than at least you don't have to listen to that mad clicking. Actually, if I don't get too crazy, it doesn't sound too bad. I don't have to click really like mad once a second, and I still think I'm firing as fast as I can. Maybe not. He can actually churn out the arrows pretty good, can he? And this is one of the few games I've noticed that they actually animate grabbing the arrow. And not only that, so he reaches back, he grabs the arrow, and you can actually see it in his hand. And they actually animate the string too. Not a lot of games put the string on the bow. Okay, oh come on. Oh no, I don't need to loot him. A couple of gold and another one of those stupid lances.
That's rich.
Alright. We're getting there. Here's another one of those dead ends. Literally. End filled with dead people. I'm wrong. It's got something. Is that something to loot? Yeah, there is something to loot. Oh no, we're not close to the dead end I was thinking of. I'll show you on the map. We're actually close to like a spiral ramp sort of a thing. My target wasn't locking on that guy because he was behind this, so I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I really think I'm going to have to end this video about here. We must be close to an hour. And that's close to a gig, or a little over a gigabyte. 45 minutes is about a gig, and it takes forever, so... Well, let's look at the map. Okay, I was going kind of back the way I came, but what is way to the tower? Okay, I'm confused. Oh, okay. This is like the second level. I was thinking, no, we've come further than that. So... yeah, we've got this whole section of the dungeon to explore. We've got to go down these stairs, and then we come out here, and we've got this whole area that I want to clear out. Clearly not going to finish that in this video, so at this point, I will say, I thank you for watching, and I thank you for listening. I encourage you to leave comments, suggestions, or infantile abuse. I promise I read it all. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, or give me the thumbs up. And in the next video, maybe a little less chat about my mage. And then in a couple of videos from now, I'll actually throw up a mage video so you can see what that's like. And we'll see ya. Have a good one, folks. Cheers.